Score for Emily Hughes. From the Skating Club of North Carolina, and her home on Tobacco Road, Raleigh, North Carolina. Jane Bugava and her mom with a coach for the last little greeting and best wishes. We've seen Jane several times here on CNH. She was the winner in the Eastern Sectionals last year in Boxborough, Massachusetts. Very colorful outfit, as is appropriate, I guess, when you're skating in July, even though you're on the ice. Very sunny look for Jane, who is of Russian lineage and a very strong skater, as you'll see.
She placed 12th at this year's Nationals, but the previous year she was 9th.
Yeah.
A nice start.
Very strong.
A triple flip and then turning into a triple toe.
He is an athletic skater, I think you'll see, Nancy.
Well, the little buzz was that she was doing well. And here going into a triple Lutz. She's completing it, and you know, they call it a triple Lutz now, but back when I competed, you were supposed to be taking off from the outside edge, and I think there's a place where she can improve and separate herself from another skater that is doing these same triple jumps by getting it on that outside edge instead of taking off the inside.
And these are the details that the judges are looking for, and which separates a very good skater from a world-class competitor. Jane has been working on her artistic interpretation as she grows within the sport. I'm Lou Tilley along with Nancy Kerrigan outside of Philadelphia at Aston.
Here another triple flip, not as successful as the first, and the problem could be in strength. It's early on in the season, and with new programs, it takes some time to get used to where everything's laid out and
different muscles at work, new moves and such.
A petite little package. And a double sow cow there, looking a little disappointed. That was planned to be a triple, I'm sure. Layback spin. Not as far back as some, but you know, the spine doesn't go that way.
Yeah.
So I think it's hard to necessarily compare some of them. Some look a little better, but it's very difficult. Triple toe, double toe. You can repeat 2 of the triples, but the second time has to be within a combination. It's hard to smile up at a gray wall, but a lot of the girls just have no expression in their faces as they're going through this. It seemed they're more concerned and worried about just getting it done.
A mechanical exercise.
Right.
That's what we were talking about a year ago. Jane said she needed to work on her artistic interpretation.
Missed the double axel there. It is hard. It's still maybe the interpretation of the moves are better, but it also includes the face, and some look scared, and a lot of that could be experience. Plus, it's hard to, like I said, look up at a wall. If there's people there, maybe it's a little easier to express
play off of
yourself.
Their energy and
absolutely. And so this is a real test for performing. Really interesting position in the spin.
Jane Bugaiva out of Raleigh, North Carolina, which is actually home of Christy Yamaguchi now, who's married to an NHL player that plays for the Hurricane. They're back in action again. Here's
our triple Lutz jump, taking off on the inside edge. And coming up is a combination triple toe, nice height on that, right into the double toe. And then here's the double axel right at toward the end, just a little crooked. That usually happens within the takeoff, actually.
So Jane Bagaiva, a good skate, not her best. Her score, 75.82. Next up here on CN8, we'll talk with the winner of the A group and the men's competition still ahead here on CN8 from Aston, Pennsylvania, the Liberty Summertime Competition.